Hi, I'm Ed Marek, serving as your district governor this year. As we encourage you to give to the annual fund this month as part of our Share the Love campaign, we feel it's important to share the impact your contributions are having. One of the great things about the Rotary Foundation is that we have a say in how our donations are spent, and that's because of our grants process. Our clubs have done great things providing positive impact in the lives of people locally and around the world. And we'd like to celebrate one of those projects right now. Joining me is new Richmond Rotarian Heather McAbee to tell us a little about the Panama Sanitation Project, which turned out to be so much more than just sanitation. Heather, thanks for being here. Can you share a few details about your grant and how it expanded beyond the original grant concept?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's very originally started with a connection to the community of Bocas del Toro. There were a brand new club that was established there. And so the dialogue began around sanitation. We launched the project, building the grant as well as local contributions towards the sanitation project. Once we were there, we really did identify other needs and opportunities. And I would say kind of in three categories. We had the sanitation, really education around hygiene and school supplies, and fun. We were able to bring some different components to really share cultures and activities from both communities. And so we got so much more than out of the experience than what we started with.
How important was it to work with and build a trusting relationship with a Bocas Rotary Club in Panama?
It was critical, to be honest with you. I feel like that relationship with the membership of that new club to help identify the project, really make that project, identify really what the needs were, but also get buy-in from the village, the community. It wasn't that we were coming in with what the solution was. It truly was built from identifying the need and serving it in a way that they would utilize ongoing. Super critical to oversee the funding from a supplies prior to our arrival, our time during there, and also after we left. That relayed trust was huge because there was a little bit of a language barrier. That work with the club members helped us to work through that very quickly and efficiently. And one of the biggest things for us was the sustainability and education. We wanted this project to live beyond and serve beyond our time there. And that was a critical component. It was really extra rewarding because this was a brand new club. They were brand new, and it really allowed us to provide some experience from a legacy club and show them the impact, the true impact of partnership and a Rotary experience.
Which brings up a great question. What impact has the sanitation project had on your club, being a legacy club, the Bocas Rotary Club, and of course the community that you served in Panama?
Sure. I will start with our local club. We have been very active within our community. We have done international projects in the past, but it had been a while for us. And I think it really allowed our club the opportunity to look beyond our small community to another small community that we could have impact in. So much more gratifying to, rather than writing a check for somebody else's project, we were hands-on from the planning phases to the working alongside of many Rotarians and certainly the village to see the results and the impact. It was huge for our club. And I think we did a manageable, smaller dollar project that had huge impact as our first or re-entry into the international project world and the grant aspect of it. So that's the club perspective. Do you want me to keep going?
Sure.
Okay. So I would maybe add just a few things personally. Having been part of that group that traveled and worked on the project, it gave me purpose. Really sharing the love through Rotary. Gratitude, grateful for the opportunity, personally as well as Rotary, and truly the meaning of Rotary, sharing with all that we touch. The next step really is that club in Bocas. I see the power of partnerships and the true essence of Rotary for a brand new club to show that value of the Rotary experience and what it can really mean. All the way from operations. We attended one of their club meetings. We were able to not only be part of the project, but part of their club. And that's been ongoing, as well as see that whole new aspect of a service project. And certainly the trust and teamwork within Rotary to Rotary.
Great. How much was the overall project? And more importantly, how much came from the Rotary Foundation?
Yes, absolutely. So our total project I had mentioned was maybe smaller in dollar size, but certainly huge impact. Our total project was $7,000. The breakdown of where that came from, we received a district grant of just over $1,800. We had multiple clubs that we partnered with, and those were in our Rotary District 5960, the Blaine Ham Lake Club, Grantsburg, Wisconsin, Hudson Noon, River Falls, and White Bear Lake. And they helped with $2,100 in total dollars. Our club personally put in $2,300. And we received extra donations of $600, $700. And that included everything from construction materials to suitcases full of school supplies that we brought with us. And also, the travel and things that we picked up personally were in addition to those dollars.
Any last thoughts you'd like to share?
Just that it was an incredibly impactful process from the planning to the implementation and ongoing. And I think very powerful for us as well as the people that it impacted.
Well, what a heartwarming story. Thank you, Heather, for your club's efforts to get out of its comfort zone and make this grant such a success. Rotary grants funded by our donations to the annual fund are so much more than just funding the project. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. And judging from the smiles from your team, the children, and the teachers, I would have to say that this project was a rousing success. Thanks so much for sharing your story with us today. Folks, here's a great example of sharing our impact with the help of funding from the Rotary Foundation. Your contributions to the Rotary Foundation played a part in making this project a reality. So thank you, Rotarians, for your gifts to TRF. Keep up the great work.